Check. All right. So the time is 7 p.m. and I call this regularly scheduled meeting of the Red Oak City Council to order. The date is August 11th, 2025. Notice has been duly posted in accordance to Texas Government Code Section 551. We have a quorum with all council members present, and we're here to conduct business for the city. And if you will stand and let me lead us in an invocation and pledge, I'd be honored to be able to do that. Heavenly Father, thank you for the ability to be in front of constituents and friends and this wonderful world, this city, this nation. Please protect their first responders, police and fire. Please protect our city workers in this ungodly amount of heat. Thank you for what our city management does to make our citizens' lives better. It's hard to make everybody happy, but I think we do a really good job. And, please allow each council member to have an open heart, open mind, to listen to what's being said, make their choices with their own conscience, not other influences. Thank you for all those people that are here to give insight and work ahead. Bless our country. In your name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Yeah.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state under God, one and indivisible.
All right. Lee, you got something for us, right? Excellent. Could you come up and take care of all this? Can I come down there and join you?
Yeah.
Sure.
It's gonna take more than about 10 or 15 minutes.
Oh, well, I'll wait.
Anyway,
If John talked.
well, about 2.5 years ago, Todd and the rest of them decided I needed a whole lot of help for a whole lot of reasons. So anyway, we started a search for Assistant Economic Development Director. And so Todd and Jonathan and I met with a number of candidates trying to find the ideal candidate. We didn't find them until we found John, and he is the ideal candidate for a whole lot of reasons. But anyway, John's qualifications, his resume is impeccable. He has 28 plus years in banking experience, particularly as a senior commercial banker and vice president of banking. He's got a BBA in finance from UTA, has an MBA in finance from SMU. And it's noteworthy that John, August the 1st was John's second anniversary here, and what he's done at times been truly remarkable. In his very first month here, he attended the basic economic development course at Georgia Tech. It's 40 hours in classwork in class. John completed that successfully. Then he moved on to the economic development certification through University of Oklahoma, through the Economic Development Institute. And anyway, he completed 144 hours of classwork. What's interesting is that usually takes 2 to 3 years to complete that. John, what, 10 months? In 10 months, yeah. So anyway, and then he moved on to work on his Certified Economic Developer certification through the International Economic Development Council out of Washington. So the requirement is that you have to have 5 years of professional experience in the economic development field. But because of his 28 years in banking, he received a waiver. So he completed that. This July and August, he took multiple parts, 3 different parts One of them is multiple choice and short answers. The other is a long essay, five different essays. And then the third is a three-person oral exam through his peers. He breezed through all of those. He is now the certified economic development director. John, congratulations.
The other thing is you don't want to play cards with him. He's really good at playing cards. We're glad to have him on staff with us. Giving Lee much some relief and help. We're glad he's with us.
And I'd add to that, he's also been nominated, and I think he's gonna take it, to be a board member on the North Texas Commission after 2 years with the city, so that's great too.
Yeah. Excellent. Okay. Time is for public comments. Public comments can be brought to us on any subject. If it happens to be a subject that's not on our agenda, though, we can't talk about it. You're limited to about 3 minutes, but does anybody wish to speak on any subject that you desire? Almost. Okay. If not, then we will go on to consent agenda. Consent agenda are items that are considered routine in nature and may be acted upon in one motion. Any council member or city staff or legal can ask that an item be pulled aside and considered separately. If not, then we can act in one motion. Is there any item that council needs further clarification on? These are items that we've discussed in previous sessions, routine things that kind of come up. Is there anything that needs to be expanded on? No item. Hearing none, I'll entertain a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented. So move. Second. And that was Councilman Miller, second by Councilman Franklin. Those in favor? Franklin, aye.
Carter, aye.
Miller, aye.
Lightfoot, aye.
Smith, aye.
That passes 5-0. Item 14. Item 14 is conduct a public hearing and consider adoption of resolution number 25-053R, the City Council, City of Red Oak, Texas, establishing a date to consider approving an ordinance adopting the fiscal year 2026 annual operating budget for the City of Red Oak, Texas. Mr. McRoberts. Oh. Okay. Okay. Yep.
Mayor, Council, the proposed budget for the fiscal year 2026 is based on prudent fiscal management practices and balances the needs of the community with available resources. It's founded primarily on the assumptions discussed at the 2 budget and strategic planning workshops and includes various capital projects addressing the key focus areas of the city. In accordance with the city charter, the budget's been filed with the city secretary, and notice of this public hearing was published in the Dallas Morning News in accordance with the local government code. At the conclusion of this public hearing, staff recommends approving the resolution to establish the date for the record vote to adopt the 26 budget at the special meeting, August 18th, 2025. This date allows time to meet all required deadlines established by the local government code for municipal budget and taxation. So with that, we can open the public hearing.
Okay. We'll open the public hearing at 7:09. Is there anyone here who wishes to speak on that? And this is to establish the date to which we will be voting, correct?
Yeah, it's actually a public hearing on the budget, Mayor, and so anyone can speak on the budget, ask us to change it, add something, take something away.
Sure.
at this time or make a comment on the budget. And at the conclusion, according to 102-007 of the Texas Local Government Code, what Mr. McRoberts has asked you to do is postpone that final vote until August 18th, 2025 at your special meeting.
All right.
And I'll read a motion for the council to consider at the conclusion of the public hearing.
And so that budget we've had on our website since we worked through our budget workshops, correct?
Correct. It's been on the website since July 18th.
Okay.
And it's a 30-day required posting before you can adopt.
Okay, I'll entertain a motion at 7:10, 11 to close this public hearing.
So moved.
Lightfoot. Miller. Those in favor?
Franklin, I.
Winter, aye.
Miller, I.
Lightfoot, aye.
Smith, I.
That closes 5-0. Now,
I will read a proposed motion. The motion would be to approve the resolution as read by Mr. McRoberts, and which would postpone a final budget vote to August 18th, 2025 at a special meeting of the city council, which will be posted in accordance with Texas Open Meetings Act.
entertain that adoption of that resolution.
Just to clarify, that date is picked because that allows us to meet the 30-day posting requirement for
Correct,
budget, right?
correct.
So moved.
Okay, Smith,
Second.
Franklin. Those in favor?
Franklin, I.
Winter, aye.
Miller, I.
Lightfoot, aye.
Smith, I.
That's 5-0.
Thank you, Mayor.
Does that have that time? So can we announce the time?
Yeah, the time will be I assume 7 p.m.
6:30.
6:30, I'm sorry.
AM?
No. Only if you're in another city that I represent, if they have meetings at 6:30 in the morning.
All right, so 6:30 PM next Monday night. All right. Item 15, consider adoption of resolution number 25-054R, the city of Red Oak, Texas, depicting, directing publication and posting of the notice of intent to issue certificate of obligation and resolving other matters relating to the subject. Mr. McRoberts.
Okay, this resolution is to be considered as to direct the publication of the notice of intent to issue certificates of obligation in amount not to exceed $38.5 million. The notice for the publication is included in the resolution, including the description of the purpose of the bonds. So the issuance of certificates of obligation requires notice to be published in the newspaper at least 45 days prior to the date the ordinance is considered for passage authorizing the issuance of the COs. Publication shall be made once per week for 2 consecutive weeks. That'll begin this Wednesday, and then it'll be published again the following Wednesday. Additionally, the notice shall be posted continuously on the city's website for at least 45 days prior to the date the ordinance is considered, authorizing the issuance of their certificates. Amber's here with Hilltop if there's any questions. I know we had a pretty thorough workshop on the 30th about the CO and the tax notes. So if anyone has any questions, I'll be happy to answer.
When will this come back to have us taking action? Thanks.
Action would be the first regular meeting, I believe, in September. And then we're going to try to get everything sold. We'll have to have a special meeting September 29th, I believe, that Monday, to actually price and sell the notes. That exactly fits in our 45-day window, and we're trying to get this done before the new fiscal year begins.
So the meeting at the regular September meeting, we don't have to meet the 45 days. We just have to meet the 45 days by the pricing and sale.
Correct. Yeah. And I have to check what exactly we have to do on the first meeting. I don't have that calendar in front of me, so I don't want to speak to that, but that's kind of the tentative deadlines right now.
Okay. So y'all were able to kind of fine tune it a lot more and get it down to what we thought, that 38, or is that what the budget Cause
So-
weren't we talking like 40 billion?
This is kind of where we landed as far as talking with our bond counsel. We had that kind of TMRS. He wanted us to pull that out. That has to be in a different type of
Oh.
debt issuance. So that's why it came down from 40 to about 38.5. But this would be kind of a max scenario. We could always issue less, which we hope, that's where it's going to be. But there's a lot of uncertainty still with everything that's going on in the legislation, and the special session is kind of in chaos right now. So we're just trying to do our due diligence, and we think this would be the max we would need.
Council, were there any other questions?
No questions.
I'll make the motion though, if you're.
Please.
okay, Mr. Mayor. I move to adopt resolution directing publication posting of the notice of intention to issue certificates of obligation in the amount not to exceed 38,500,000.
Second.
Lightfoot. Franklin. Those in favor,
Franklin, I.
Flannery, aye.
Miller, I.
Lightfoot, aye.
Smith, I.
and that's 5-0, and that's resolution number. Or is it,
54.
yep, 25-054R, 5-0. Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Item 16, conduct a public hearing and consider adoption resolution 25-055R, City of Red Oak, Texas, electing to continue to become eligible to participate in tax abatement and to create a reinvestment zone in accordance with Chapter 312 of the Texas Tax Code.
Mayor, if you'd like, you could read the next item 17. You can have the public hearing on both these. They are related. You're required by law to reenact your participation in providing for tax abatements and to adopt those tax abatement guidelines. So these two things do in fact go together. You can have one public hearing
Okay.
and elicit comments from the public on both the items at the same time. And then I would ask that you entertain a motion to adopt 2554 and 2556 are respectively, adopting both if the council is
Okay,
chooses to.
all right. And so item 17 is conduct a public hearing and consider adoption of resolution 25-056R, the city of Red Oak, Texas, reestablishing and adopting the guidelines and criteria governing tax abatement in the city of Red Oak, Texas, and establishing an effective date in accordance with Chapter 312 of the Texas Tax Code. So open the public hearing, and that's at 7:18, if I'm reading that right. Was there anybody here who wishes to speak on either of those? 25-055R, 25-056R.
Well, while we wait to see if anybody's wants to speak on it, can we summarize this as one item is for us to participate in tax abatement and reinvestment zones, and one is the actual criteria for those to participate in or to offer tax abatements in a reinvestment zone?
The
Yeah.
guidelines and criteria.
Yeah, once you elect to become, to provide for tax abatement agreements, you have to have guidelines. And these are the guidelines as part of that program.
And we've,
But
And
we've
we're
done this before.
required to redo this.
okay, I was gonna say, we've
every
had
two-
this in the past. This is a renewal of
Yeah, we
our
have to do it every 2 years.
2
Yeah.
years. That was the expected. Okay. Thank you.
Seeing none, I'll entertain a motion to close that public hearing at 7:19.
So moved.
Second.
Lightfoot. Franklin. Those in favor?
Franklin, I.
Flannery, aye.
Miller, I.
Lightfoot, aye.
Smith, I.
That's 5-0 to close. Consider adoption.
Just for the record, before that's closed, both public hearings, correct?
Yes, it was.
Correct.
That's fine. So entertain a motion to adopt resolution 25-055R and adopt resolution 25-056R, but I'll ask if there's any other questions first.
Mr. Mayor, I do have some slight unreadiness, for our constituents or well, counterparts who were not on council 2 years ago. Can we kind of give them a brief overview of reinvestment zones and a refresher for myself?
Lee, you wanna come up in the meantime? Basically, the reinvestment zone is whenever you're gonna do tax abatement, first you have to establish the reinvestment zone. It can be in an enterprise zone from the state as well, but typically we do the reinvestment zone anyway. Just be sure. So the reinvestment zone is established, and then any tax abatement that is given within that same reinvestment zone would get the same tax abatement as any other that is in that same reinvestment zone. So typically what we do is we will limit the reinvestment zone to a particular project. Like if we have a data center complex, we will limit it only to the property that particular complex is coming into. We won't do it for an extra amount where you may have a different user coming. For instance, where Carbon and Bombardier are over there, that was one reinvestment zone just for those two. So each time you want to do a new tax abatement, you'll do a new reinvestment zone to allow you to do that. Then you'll still have to have the public hearings and so forth for the tax abatement itself. But you have to have that reinvestment zone before you can do that. Did I miss anything, Lee?
No, sir. And
Bob?
we'll be addressing a reinvestment zone item number 18 as well. So
Just so you understand, the whole idea of providing abatements is in order to induce development where development may be otherwise impossible or difficult. So when we meet with economic development client that wants to come to town, usually that infrastructure, so they like to use that abatement for the purpose of offsetting the cost of providing infrastructure. And that's really the purpose of it, is to make the property more valuable in terms of more susceptible to development. So that's why we do that. And they're limited by statute to only 10 years.
Thanks, gentlemen.
And did we make any changes, any substantial changes to the criteria document for this year?
Nothing
Yeah.
substantial. Pretty much our guidelines are on a case by case basis.
Yeah, should have asked that because I know
Right.
that's the main piece of it, is that we set it up so we can evaluate each individual abatement on its own merits.
Exactly.
Okay, I'll entertain that motion to adopt resolution 25-055R
So
and 25-056R.
So ordered.
Second.
Flannery. Miller. Those in favor,
Franklin, aye.
Later,
Miller, aye.
Lightfoot, aye.
Smith, aye.
that passes 5-0.
thank you.
Item 18 is conduct a public hearing and consider approval of ordinance number 25-038, City of Red Oak, Texas, designating a reinvestment zone number 14, the zone, providing eligibility of the zone for commercial industrial tax abatement, containing findings that the area qualifies to be designated as a reinvestment zone, and improvements sought are feasible and practicable and of benefit to the land in the city. Public hearing, do we need
Do we
any?
have the map?
The map, do we have a map of the area?
So this is the same property that we've looked at for the last 2 or 3 months on the annexation for data centers up kind of the southeast town. This is kind of the culmination of all those parcels coming together. Staff's looked at it. We recommend approval.
So this is a public hearing. And the time is 7:25. Is there anybody here who wishes to speak for or against this? Just state your name, your address. Take us out to barbecue.
He's just kidding.
Yeah,
Mayor,
that's right. I'm
council
sorry.
members, Mike
Good.
McDaniel, 11401 Lamar Avenue, Overland Park, Kansas. I am the project manager, for the Weston Holiday, Technology Park. Also with me tonight, we've got, some members from our community relations team, as well as our design team. We are, excited to be here, in Red Oak and have a development here, in your city, and, happy to answer any questions that you may have.
Thank you. Good to see you.
Mr. Mayor, I do have a question. You said, I'm sorry, community relations team?
Yes. Yes.
What is their sole purpose?
Just to answer any questions that the community might have regarding the development.
Have you done that in this particular area? Have you had any community meetings or
We have not.
do you plan to?
No, sir.
And they're a community relations team?
Yes, sir.
Meaning he doesn't have any scheduled, I
We
guess.
do not have any scheduled.
Okay. I'm just questioning if they're a community relations team, have they had any community relations?
No, they've come to answer any questions.
For
that
us?
you all have.
Okay,
Yes.
thank you.
No, so.
All right, thank you. Entertain a motion at 7:27 to close this public hearing.
So move.
Second.
Franklin, Flannery. Those in favor?
Franklin, I.
Planner, aye.
Miller, aye.
Lightfoot, aye.
Smith, aye.
That's 5-0. Any other questions?
Yeah, just to clarify, this is just designating this area as a reinvestment zone, not about any particular, this is make it eligible for tax
Making it
abatements,
eligible.
but this is not for any particular set of tax abatements on the table at the moment.
Not yet.
Yeah.
It will be coming up later, but we don't have
Sure.
anything in front of us.
We just want, this is just allows the eligibility for that.
Right, and then they changed the statute 2 sessions ago, and we have to wait 30 days now before
Okay.
we can entertain an actual abatement agreement.
So next meeting, we may have something, but it's definitely not here yet. Got it.
Yes, maybe, yes.
Entertain the motion to approve ordinance 25-038.
So moved.
Miller and Smith. Those in favor?
Franklin, I.
Planner, aye.
Miller, aye.
Lightfoot, aye.
Smith, aye.
That passes 5-0. Item 19. Consider approval of ordinance number 25-033 of the city of Red Oak, Texas, amending the code of ordinance by amending chapter 12, traffic and vehicles, by amending article 12.07, stopping, standing, or and parking, by amending section 12.070.009, no parking zones, by amending subsection A to a new paragraph 16 for no parking on a portion of Harmony Way, city of Red Oak, Ellis County, Texas. Interim Chief Schroeder and Mr. Benford.
Evening, Mayor and Council. We've been working closely with B&B Theaters to identify any potential concerns that may arise and try to get ahead of the curve before they grow at all. During some of the larger events, the red carpet events, we've had some traffic that has been parking along Harmony Way. That's currently not cited as a no parking zone. We're requesting that that be cited as a no parking zone to reduce any potential impairment to emergency traffic or any pedestrian or vehicle traffic, anything along that lines. I've coordinated with Mr. Benford that can go into that a little bit deeper as far as what we're requesting specifically.
So this will be for Harmony Way, going from Grand Meadow Boulevard eastwards towards the southbound I-35 service road, except for the western 4 signs there. So this is about 16 signs that'll be installed, essentially from just west of Salt Meadow Lane, all the way to the service road, spaced according to the Texas Manual on Uniform Traffic Control Devices. And we're going to go with a little bit nicer poles to match the rest of what's out there. They're not going to be quite as decorative, but they will be black, with the black frame signs and to kind of match the motif of the area. But this will help alleviate congestion in the area, especially on the weekends when you see, a couple thousand cars a day. So,
Quick question.
yes, sir.
How will the city communicate with the residents to inform them of this change?
So we'll put the signs up, and then PD already has their portal message boards out there, so we can put messages up on that as well. And then anytime we make a change like this, we'll get with the communications and marketing department, and have them blast it on social media as well. And then our first sign coming each direction, we'll put the little orange flags on top for a couple weeks, just to kind of bring your attention to it. We won't do it on every sign because that's not pretty, but we'll do it right when you're coming in.
What'd you mean by the last 4 not being there?
So here, right next to the roundabout, there has not been a parking issue there. So we're gonna leave these 4 off for now, since there is this parking lot. But if we do notice that the issue is occurring that far, we'll add the additional signs as needed.
And don't have to come back for that.
Right.
Okay.
It's just easier to do it from the service road all the way to Grand Meadow Boulevard than the service road to 2,735 feet to the west.
So is parking allowed there now? Like,
It is not prohibited.
so it's allowed there now. This ordinance will be for both the signs and the designation. of the- Got it.
A little bit of that parking issues coming from the apartments as well.
Yeah, and so this will help there on Harmony Way. And like we said, if we can print the signs in a matter of minutes. So if we do need those last 4, we'll definitely put them up, even if it's just on the southbound side. We'll do what we need to out there.
Chief, what would be your means of enforcement?
Normally, anytime we make a change like this, we try to educate the public seeking voluntary compliance. So like you said, with the orange flags, 2 to 3 weeks, we haven't seen a huge issue as of yet, but as the entertainment district continues to grow, it's something that we expect to become more of a problem. So we're trying to educate the public. We're not looking to issue citations for probably at least 2 weeks to a month, just trying to educate them.
Okay, that's fair. Thank you.
Hypothetical, if someone broke down on that road and they were pulled up to the side, is there a shoulder from the pullover off of?
There's not. It's curved 2 lanes going in each direction.
And that's part of the problem is if you're parking on Harmony Way, you're blocking a lane of traffic.
All right.
Good idea.
Any other questions?
No, sir.
Thanks for the thought for this. Look for approval, entertain the motion for approval of ordinance number 25-033.
So moved.
So that was Miller and Flannery or vice versa? Okay. Miller and Flannery. Those in favor?
Franklin, aye.
Flannery, aye.
Miller, aye.
Lightfoot, aye.
Smith, aye.
5-0. Thank you, gentlemen. 20, conduct a public hearing and consider approval of ordinance number 25-034, the City Council, City of Red Oak, Texas, providing for voluntary annexation of territory generally described as being 26.70 plus or minus acres of land situated on the John Nugent Survey, abstract number 796 in the city of Red Oak, ETJ, Ellis County, Texas, into the city of Red Oak. Mr. Fuller. And
So
Mr.
I'm gonna
Hartman.
pull up the map of the area. So it's that piece right there. And I believe that also has a non-annexation agreement on it as well. So that once somebody submits something for development, it requires them to automatically petition it involuntarily for annexation. And that was done several years ago when we were going to annex it, but we allowed them to leave it out of the city as long as they kept it in agricultural use. They've now submitted some plans and some zoning that they want to try to do there. So they have gone forward and done the annexation petition. And this would set that public hearing for us to move forward.
So your orientation, council, is east of Ewell, west of I-35, north of Louisville Road.
Right. So this is the actual hearing.
All right, so the time is 7:36. And we'll open this public hearing. Is there anyone here that wishes to speak on this? Hearing none. 30 seconds later. Yeah. The time is 7:37 and I'll entertain a motion to close this public hearing.
So moved.
Second.
Lightfoot. Franklin. Those in favor.
Franklin, I.
Planner, I.
Miller, I.
Lightfoot, aye.
Smith, aye.
That closes. Council, is there any questions on this?
No question.
Entertain the motion to approve ordinance number 25-034 city 034.
So moved.
Second.
Franklin. Flannery. Those in favor?
Franklin, I.
Planner, I.
Miller, I.
Lightfoot, aye.
Smith, aye.
That's 5-0. So now is all that property along there? To Yule Road. Yeah, it's weird how we always have pieces of property that aren't in the,
I'm just looking at the
just
map.
surrounded all around.
Right, well,
Yeah, just for the council, we had a number of, this is probably dates back 2005, 2006, 2007. There was a number of annexations and there was a lawsuit between Ferris, Red Oak, Palmer. And as part of this resolution is we allowed people basically to stay out of the city until the property redeveloped. So it was a good move by the city way back then. Now that it's being developed, it needs to come into the city and
Okay, cool.
comply with our development standards.
Thanks for catching us up on that dinosauric history. So,
Well, there's T-Rex buried up. That was my pet.
item 21, conduct a public hearing and consider approval of ordinance number 25-035. City of Red Oak, Texas, granting a zoning change AG to single family residential district 2 R2 located at 122 Hillcrest Lane, lot 27, block B, Bomar Acre Addition, and identified as property identification number 148024 in the Ellis County Appraisal District, City of Red Oak, Ellis County, Texas, case ZC 25-16, requested by Nora Sandoval. Mr. Hartman.
Mr. Paul.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just reading it off.
No problem at all. No problem at all. Yes, good afternoon. Thank you, Mayor. Good afternoon.
Hey, Faith.
Good afternoon, Council. So yes, this one here is going to be a straight zoning
for this property. It's off of Hillcrest Lane, on the west side of Hillcrest Lane. They're gonna be requesting to rezone the property from AG, from agriculture to a R2 zoning district, so residential district 2 for development of the property. Is currently zoned, like I said, agriculture. They're just trying to zone it to residential 2 district for development of the property.
What's that property dimensions? Do you know?
The current dimensions, I'm not sure of the actual dimensions of the property right now, but our R2 district development standards are going to be the 75 by 110. Is the
So they.
standard lot dimension.
0.75 acres, there's one of the things in the exhibit. Is that what it is, the 0.75 acre lot?
Yes.
Yeah.
This one?
Like it's
The zoning
currently
map,
100
yeah.
by 329. Is that right?
I'm sorry.
100 by 329?
Oh, yeah, it's 100. Yeah,
So it doesn't quite make,
100 by 320.
so what's our R2 requirements?
It's 75 by 110, so it's a lot larger than the base zoning requirements.
Yeah, Mayor, R2 is only 10,000 square foot. minimum.
Right. So 75
So
feet.
what's
by
the
110.
linear foot along the road that have to be?
75 feet.
Yeah. it's
But
only
if that's,
75.
if they're gonna make 2 lots and that's only 100 feet,
So this
No,
one is
that's
gonna
the
be
next
one
one.
lot.
oh, that's 1/2 of one of those.
Yeah, this one is much this lot is gonna be much larger. So I think you're thinking about the next one. You done your research, Mayor.
Yeah, I'm trying to, maybe, okay, I'm getting them confused.
Yeah, you're getting a
So-
little bit,
Yeah.
our next one is probably the one you're thinking about. This one is just a straight zoning. The next one is gonna be
Okay.
probably
Yeah,
what
this
you're
is just
thinking
one
about.
lot to build one house.
Yes, sir. Or
Okay,
this one.
Okay, I thought there was something that was gonna be 2. So,
It's the next one.
all right,
Uh-huh.
sorry,
No worries. Want me to recap on this one?
no,
Okay.
I'm flushed. I got it. Okay, but this is a public hearing, correct? Okay. Is there anything else that you need to add before we open the public hearing?
No, sir, unless you
No.
have some questions for me.
No, I'm good, sir.
All
I'm
right.
sorry. I'm getting confused. The time is 7:42 and we'll open this public hearing. Is there anybody here that wishes to speak on this? Give it a little bit longer. Okay, the time is 7:43. I'll entertain a motion to close this public hearing.
So moved.
Second, Franklin. Yeah. Smith. Those in favor?
Franklin, I.
Flutter Rock.
Miller, I.
Lightfoot, aye.
Smith, I.
All right, that's 5-0. Counselor, is there any other questions that you need for that?
No question.
Okay.
Would they have to submit like full plans and everything for this? This is just the zoning change, right?
Yeah, this is just the zoning change, just so have to do building plans and so forth, but it won't come back in front of council.
Right, as long as it meets whatever the
Right.
building standards for this zoning is, right?
Right.
Okay, fair enough.
Is there a projected build out timeline under this new zoning?
As far as the development of the property?
Yeah.
We don't have a projected timeline right now. This is just like Todd said, it'll be just for the zoning. Whenever they come in and submit for plans, will be on the applicants or on the property owner's time. So they're just trying to get that in
Yeah, there's
place
no
right now.
Got it. Okay. Entertain the motion to approve ordinance number 25-035.
So moved.
Second.
That is Franklin and Miller. Those in favor?
Franklin, I.
Flutter Rock.
Miller, I.
Lightfoot, aye.
Smith, I.
That passes 5-0. All right. Item 22, conduct a public hearing and consider approval of ordinance number 25-036 of the city of Red Oak, Texas, granting a zoning change, single-family ranchette estates district, RAE, to single-family residential estate district located at 201 Rugged Drive and identified as property identification number 187808 in the Ellis Appraisal District, City of Red Oak, Ellis County, Texas. Case ZC 25-17, requested by Miguel Herrera.
All right.
Stuff pulled up. Background.
All right, so yes, sir. So thank you again, Mayor and members of the council. So this is the property, actually, I think that we were just kind of discussing a little bit. So this one, they are looking to rezone this property from the RAE district to the RE district. So this one, the property will be rezoned and resized just slightly. So the district configuration or the property configuration for this one will be slightly smaller than the RAE district. So they're proposing currently lot sizes of approximately about 104 feet of two different lot sizes for this one. So it'll be slightly smaller. The RAE district usually has a lot frontage size of 120 feet. This one will be 104 feet. Like I said, however, the surrounding houses won't really feel a difference in what's being developed on these lots. Everything will be pretty consistent with the remaining district. There's a slight variation of the side yard setback, but that's about it. The difference is going to be, so currently the RAE requires a 25-foot side yard setback. This one is going to require about 10% of the lot of the lot frontage of that lot. So this one is probably going to be about a 10.4 side yard setback. However, the distance between those houses, if they put it at that minimum of that between the districts, is going to be about 35 feet between those houses, that it could, the closest that it could be. So you're not really going to feel a major difference inside of that district. All the rest of the zoning within that area is going to be pretty consistent outside of maybe the height of it. And the RE district requires a smaller size or a lower height inside of the district. Everything else, the zoning regulations is going to be consistent with the RAE district.
Okay. So this is a public hearing, and this went to P and Z, right?
Yes, sir. This one here passed P and Z unanimously.
Public hearing, and the public hearing is at 7:47. Thank you, sir. We'll open that public hearing. Is there anybody here that wishes to speak on this? Yeah. Let's close this public hearing and I'll ask, so did neighbors write or come in, or was there a letter sent out to the neighbors?
Did we noticed the neighbors? We did.
200-foot notice. Asking.
Yes, we noticed all
Lovely
neighbors.
response.
We did receive a couple of notices that were positive for the zoning for this one. So they did.
But no direct neighbors to say, no, don't do that.
No one had any negative feedback for this one. We had a couple of neighbors that called and inquired about what was going on there. I think they were more pleased about the current house being removed versus any development on the lot.
Okay. So that will close. Thank you, sir. So that's 49 then. Entertain a motion to close that public hearing at 49.
Second.
And second was Franklin. Those in favor of closing.
Franklin, aye.
Miller, aye.
Lightfoot, aye.
Smith, aye.
That's 5-0. Council, is there any questions?
Yeah, Bob, I just have a quick question, and this may or may not affect this property, but with the recent passing of Senate Bill 15, can they not do this by right without coming to council? And it's simply, the Senate bill is to reduce the requirements for single family homes.
I don't believe so, not for this one.
Okay, that's all I had.
So will the lot be subdivided? So it won't be a single 1.5 acre lot, it'll be two lots.
So yes, it will be, the lot will be subdivided. This one will actually end up being two lots that will be approximately 104 feet. So this is what we
Oh,
received.
so basically even. Okay.
Right.
I don't, I guess I just didn't see that one in my packet, sorry.
So is and you said it's 35 foot, so the property to the north, if you will, there's a house there?
To the north. So that will be in worst case scenario. I don't have the exact dimensions of where the house that's to the north or the house to the south are actually placed on those lots. Just as far as the requirements for the zoning districts, that's where they would approximately be, the worst case scenario where the closest that they will be to those houses.
Okay, so
From
they
the
fall
RE district to the
20 foot.
RAE.
Okay.
Right.
25 foot on one side and 10 foot on this.
Mhm.
Yeah. Or
That's
20
it's
20 foot and
10
30, so
foot,
30
30 foot.
on the south one, but that one, I guess, is there. Okay.
Right, well, so with this one, if you're looking at it, so that one shows a 20-foot bill line, but on the other side of this 20-foot bill line is a 5-foot easement. So it's
Okay.
still showing 25
Oh,
feet,
it's-
and if we have a
okay.
requirement of that 10 feet or the 10.4, then
Okay.
that's when you calculate that 35 foot,
Oh, I got it.
at minimum 35 feet.
Great.
So educate me then. So that one's required to have an easement. The one that we just divided doesn't have.
Well, I can't verify that easement is true because this is outside of the lot that's being subdivided with them. They are, so I'm assuming that this is accurate. Their lots that they are actually platting are the lots 1 and lot 2.
So
This is the plat that
They
they.
just pulled the survey, when they
Mhm.
pulled the survey information on the lot to the south, the survey.
Right.
found that easement as they were
Before
doing.
they build, they'll have to dig, make
Verify
sure
that.
Mhm.
there's no gas line or something.
Yeah, okay.
And it should be fine. You can use that easement area as part of your setback.
Okay.
Clear as mud.
No, I want to ask one other question then. So suppose they come in and they find that there's an easement on that property that's north of that boundary line that they're just telling us about.
As
Then
long
they're
as they're
gonna,
not building on it, it's fine.
but it doesn't have to be another 10 foot. It has that easement and
It's
then,
from the property line to a building.
Okay.
So the fact that there is an easement on it just means you can't build on it.
okay,
Yeah,
It's either a drainage or if it's electrical, you couldn't build on it. If it's gas, you can't build on it.
okay.
It looks like there's a 10-foot easement on the east side of the property already there, right?
On the southern,
Correct.
on the property to the south, yes.
In
Yeah.
the east over here.
It's 5 feet.
Oh,
Right. You're talking about the 10-foot
Yeah, on the-
utility easement here?
Yeah, so they already
The
know about
front,
that
yeah.
one.
Okay,
And that would count as part of the 40-foot setback, right?
Right.
okay. All right. Clear as mud, but we got it. Consider approval of ordinance number 25-036.
So moved.
Second.
Franklin and Miller. Smith, okay, Smith. Those in favor?
Franklin, aye.
Later on.
Miller, I.
Lightfoot, I.
Smith, I.
That's 5-0. Thank you, sir. And 23, conduct a public hearing and consider approval of ordinance number 25-037, City of Red Oak, Texas, granting a specific use request to allow for a new motorcycle power sports sale located on Lot 1, Blocks A and B, Millennium Business Edition on the east side of I-35 E between Red Oak Road and Ovilla Road, and
Okay.
identified as property identification numbers 216997 and 216999 respectively in Ellis County District, City of Red Oak, Ellis County, Texas, cases ZC 25-18 and CZ 25-19 requested by 3F Development Consulting and Inspections. Yes, sir.
All right, so yes, this one is a specific use permit that's being requested on this lot. This one here requires the specific use permit to be requested for the zoning district that it's located in. For this one in particular, this one did go before Planning and Zoning Commission, and they were requested to improve the lot as far as the development regulations per the I-35 corridor plan, in which the applicant has improved the lot per the plans for the I-35 corridor plan. I do want to point to that information as far as that was part of the Planning and Zoning Commission's recommendation. So they approved it with those recommendations. As far as staff's concerned, it does not meet the comprehensive plan as far as uses within the zone that it's located in. That is what we have noted for that area. However, they did meet the recommendation from the Planning and Zoning Commission as far as the site standards for this particular lot. So that's kind of where we are with this one.
What's the proposed use?
It's no automotive related uses within the I-35 corridor
No,
plan.
proposed use is.
Oh, the proposed use, I'm
is
sorry, is the-
four-wheelers, ATVs,
Yeah.
side by sides.
it's the new
Watercraft.
motorcycle and power sport sales is the official.
So is this one actually the Cycle Town South?
Yes, it's
So
the
if you
CTA.
know, going up 35 in Lancaster, Cycle Town South is up there. I think they're wanting to move from there and build their own facility here.
Move from Lancaster to
Correct.
relocate here in Red Oak.
Right.
Mhm.
So since it does not comply with the comprehensive plan, if you do want to go ahead and approve it, which they have made a lot of improvements to the site plan and the elevations, looks much better. You can do that, but we would need to come back within the next month or two and amend the comprehensive plan to allow that in the comprehensive plan as well. The other option that you would have if you wanted to approve it is to table it tonight, come back, make the amendment to the comprehensive plan and then approve it. Or you can say, no, we don't want to do it.
Before we decide, what's the comprehensive plan have for this zone?
It's basically retail, restaurant, office, so forth. It's high sales tax generating uses to be along the thoroughfare. Since automobiles and watercraft and ATVs and so forth don't produce sales tax, and we have a limited amount of 35, that was not included on the I-35 corridor. But they do have, you know, a lot of property tax and inventory tax as well. So you're not getting the sales tax, but you would get some inventory tax and so forth.
Oh, I'll wait till we close the public hearing and ask my additional questions.
So will you pull that up on the Google again? I think I know where that is, but I'm just trying to think of that lot.
Google or LSK app.
Well, whatever, just slide down, just show it right there.
Okay. So it's these two lots here.
Oh, so it's both of them?
Yes.
One to the north is retail sales and one to the south is the maintenance repairs.
What's that, what's the building, what's 21,700? What's being done in that building?
These
know?
two, I think these are kind of office showroom type of buildings.
So I think the one to the north, I think, is John Houston Homes. I think the one to the south is similar type office type uses. Trinity Oaks.
Okay. That's cool. So they're gonna develop both those lots. All right, so this is, anything else you want to add to this? And then we'll.
That is it. Our applicant is here. They do have a presentation that they wanted to speak to, if you guys are wanting to speak with them.
So let's open that public here. They do it in the public hearing. So we'll open the public hearing at 7:59. And
Mayor, Council, Sean Fort, 5558 FM 1571, Lone Oak, Texas. I'm here representing CTS Power Sports and their owner, Chase Ford. So we are a power sports dealer. We are authorized dealers for Polaris, Kawasaki, CF Moto. We offer new and used inventory, OEM parts and accessories, service repairs, gear, all that kind of stuff. We have 3 locations, Wills Point, Ennis, and Lancaster. The Lancaster store is what brings us here today. We're looking to move that store to property that we currently own here in Red Oak. And this is the site, as staff's already mentioned to you, right here. This is a site, this is property that we've owned since February of 2023. We own the entire 4 acres of that development, the buildings in the back there and the 2 properties in the front. The total development property is 2 acres. We've developed 2 quality site plans, we believe, with a bunch of quality amenities, landscaping, sidewalks, site furnishings, et cetera, for both sites. We've also got some what we believe to be some quality building elevations, building designs that are 100% masonry and have a variety of different articulation features to them. This development is consistent with some of the surrounding land uses. You have a big auto land use to the north, and there's other auto land uses to the west of us. And then, as staff mentioned, we received unanimous approval from P&Z on August 4th with the condition that we meet or exceed the recommendations I outlined in the I-35 corridor plan, which we believe we've done. We worked with staff and went through and itemized and identified many of those things, which I'll touch on briefly here. The I-35 corridor vision plan talks about existing developments and references existing quality developments, and even at one point even references our development, Millennium Business Park. And we believe we're in compliance with these development strategies that are referenced in the I-35 corridor plan. Some of the things that we added to accommodate P&Z's recommendations, we updated our landscaping plans to include that all the landscaping areas have turf, ground cover, small shrubs, similar to what's in the imagery right there. We demonstrated compliance with the parking lot landscape standards, again, added ground cover and shrubs. We provided sidewalks and site furnishings, park bench, and site lighting. And we updated our building elevations and added building articulation and 100% masonry. This is the economic impact. The estimated property improvements are around $2 million. I do need to update this slide, and y'all had some discussion briefly earlier, and I discussing with my client here. This is actually incorrect on the projected sales, projected taxable revenue. This was only for parts, accessories, and whatnot. Off-road vehicle sales, which is our primary component, is different than automobile sales. And we confirmed via the information on the Comptroller website that you do receive, those are fully taxable, and you do receive the local portion of that. So that'll take our projected annual taxable sales that the city would receive its portion from to approximately $5 million. And then we plan to create about 20 full-time jobs. So with that, I don't have anything else to add, Chase, do you have anything? And I'd be happy to try to answer any questions that you may have.
Do you by chance have a picture of your current location?
Oh, they asked us that at the last meeting, and this is current store.
And all the units go up at night, so they're not left out on the parking lot. So just during the day, they're out and in.
Chase Ford, 3033, Roy City, Texas, 75189. I'll answer any operational questions. Yes, we do put up all units at night. They're easy to steal, so we got to put them up. But we do bring them out during the day, so we have room inside the showroom to show customers and things of that nature, but we put them up every single night, bring them out every single morning.
How does test driving go for the vehicles?
Test driving, we let them drive around the parking lot. We don't let them go on public roads. It's illegal, so. Except for the on-road motorcycles, those are allowed, and we do have temporary dealer plates for those.
Okay, thank you.
It's kind of a nice building there.
I could speak to that. I do not own this building. We currently lease it. Whenever I purchased these stores, I knew I had this property here in y'all city. And so the game plan was to build and move that location down.
Good game plan.
Yes, sir.
Cool. Okay. Anything else you want to add? Anybody else here to speak on this? Thank you, gentlemen. Entertain the motion at, yep, 8:05 to close this public hearing.
So moved.
Second.
That is Franklin. And Lightfoot to close. And to close this public hearing, those in favor?
Franklin, aye.
He's not.
To close the public hearing?
Oh, it's
Okay,
Miller, aye.
Lightfoot, aye.
Smith, aye.
that passes 4-0 with one not voting.
One not voting, yeah, I believe he has conflict of interest. He has a business relationship with the applicant
Okay,
that he informed me of just now, so he'll need to. He has a business relationship with the applicant and he'll need to, well, I want to make sure you hear me now. He has a business relationship with the applicant, so he needs to file a conflict of interest statement.
So you're just calling that an abstention or a?
He's not voting, he's not participating.
so 4-0,
Correct.
4-0, there we go.
He has a conflict, so he doesn't count for it. Sure.
Right, okay,
Or he didn't vote.
right, okay. Questions?
Yes, for staff. How many current SUPs do we have in that area?
So the site actually has one SUP on the actual site for the signage that's there. And none other than that actual vicinity. The site that's to the north of there they have a PD that is for that particular use. And that is.
He's pointing at the wrong one. Right?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm about to change the exhibits actually. So the site that's to the north has and I can go to the actual map if we want.
No, it's okay. So it's very minimal.
Yeah, so
SUPs in that area.
yeah, it's not very many. The adjacent sites that are across the street are non-conforming uses. So those are a little bit different. And like I said, the site that's to the north of there is in a PD, and it's a older PD as well.
Okay, and the upcoming, maybe I can ask this, maybe I can't, but with the upcoming comprehensive plan, would this project fit into that plan with no issues?
So no,
There's
so
not
the
an upcoming comprehensive plan unless you choose to. If you want to approve this, then we need to amend the comprehensive plan. to
Gotcha.
allow for it.
Gotcha.
We're not doing an overhaul of the comprehensive plan otherwise.
Okay.
Right. So if you're asking if the prior zoning for the comprehensive plan allowed it, the answer will be no.
Correct.
So the previous comprehensive plan didn't allow the use. The current comprehensive plan didn't allow the use. It would be, like Todd mentioned, if the comprehensive plan would need to be updated in order for the use to be allowed within that zone or to be incorporated within that zone.
But it would only benefit this property if we were to update the plan. It wouldn't be a need to add any other additional uses to that plan.
Right.
Okay, thank you.
Yes. I did want to note an additional item as well. The applicant has indicated that they would like to utilize a wood fence for one of their screening methods. If you guys are looking to I guess provide them additional direction or suggestions for that as well.
What do you,
So-
what do you mean by that wood fence for where?
For their,
I-35?
yes, so for their fencing structures that are around the parking areas. So this item here that are shown here. They did say that they're willing to entertain additional information if that is not something that we are comfortable with, that council is not comfortable with. But they have indicated that is what they would like to install.
What did P and Z say?
Yeah. What did they see? What did P and Z see?
They did not inform P and Z of that information.
Oh, I think that we need to go back through P and Z on that, right?
Well, I wouldn't have to. I mean, I would recommend you don't do a wood screening fence along I-35 and major thoroughfares, period.
Yeah,
I don't think you need P and Z to say that.
okay.
So, I mean,
You don't have a recommendation. That's
Right.
up to you.
Okay,
I think you could do a wrought iron fence or decorative metal or something. Right.
Call that decorative. You could do a
I can
decorative
hear you
metal.
fine.
I'm sorry.
I can
You
hear
can do a decorative metal like the one that's in front of CTS in lieu of.
consistent with the area. Was there a justification of asking for this?
Ask the app. You guys answer it.
Our site plan that we submitted to P and Z had it on there. It just wasn't a discussion item. When we were visiting with Roderick, what we submitted was a wood fence with the masonry columns. We just thought that that would fit good with all of the improved landscaping that we were proposing. But if council's not comfortable with that, we're open to other options and would be happy to put some other type of fence. It's primarily a screening fence because there's vehicles that get, parked over there and things like that, potentially.
not so much for security or no?
I'll let
I
the,
mean, 'cause
that's kind
I
of
assume you have
operational.
some type of broad bar across so they can't break through and drive across that, and the wood fencing sure knocked down.
Correct.
easily.
We put the wood fence because that's what we thought y'all would prefer.
Oh.
If you want wrought iron, I'm perfectly fine with wrought iron. I'm pretty open to whatever you recommend.
Yeah, I'd just say decorative metal. That way you can use wrought iron or similar look.
I'm perfectly fine with that. Whatever you recommend is okay with me. If you want to be consistent with the current building, I'm fine with that too. If you like that building.
Big enough to give some options.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Works for me. I can figure that out with
Wait.
staff.
I think if what was proposed, what we saw is how your building's gonna look, it's gonna look nice. So I don't think you want it behind a wood fence so nobody can see it.
Correct.
So
If you entertain a motion, approve it with conditions and decorative metal.
So there's already conditioned the approval. that
Correct.
P and
All of
Z
the
recommended, and
exhibits
then
that
this will be an
we showed
additional
you
condition.
are part of the exhibits. We'll have to change that one exhibit. It's up on your screen now to reflect the decorative metal and low wood.
So where's the front of the building? Is it to the east or to the west?
For this lot, it's towards highway.
The highway, so you have to come through that gate that slides at nighttime, comes back around, so that's the entrance.
So is that overhead doors facing 35, facing east and west?
Overhead doors on the rear side, opposite
So,
side of 35,
East,
west for the overhead door, I think.
that's the I-35 then.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, correct.
And then the service building, how's that? How is that? Slide up if you would, Roger. Or go to the,
Yeah. So this is the north side.
Yeah, because there's Mari.
Okay.
So
now go
35
down
is
then.
to your west.
Then go down to, let's see I assume the north one is the
Sales.
sales and south is,
Service.
and that's the south. So what is the entrance for customers to come in that faces I-35? But all the shop is towards the east?
Correct.
Okay.
So you come in off Century Way.
Right.
But then the bay doors are gonna be facing on the east and the west. So you'll have one bay door facing I-35.
No bay door there, right?
Yes, that's a bay
Is that a
door.
bay, that's a bay door?
Here.
Well, I think it is just straight pull through. But there, on that one, there should be a couple marks there.
Yeah,
Here.
that'd be the one thing that,
Understand what they're saying? They don't-
Is in that a
they don't-
counter? Aren't they gonna walk through into a counter?
You go to your thing.
you know, pull the elevations up.
It's on that same document? So that's just north.
That's on the east side. That's on the east side. The other one slide down. Which side is that?
So
That's
this
this
is
is
the
facing
south lot.
35.
Entrance.
This is the south lot, and you've got bay door on the west side, and
Right.
bay door on the east
On
side.
the east side.
On the north lot, all you have is like storefront doors.
Right. So this is facing 35.
That's.
This is Century Way.
That's the
No, that's
south.
facing Century Way.
Yeah. Correct. Right.
But which lot is this? This is the south.
This is the
lot.
south right here.
Okay, so the south lot, and I can't grab the thing, but the top elevation,
You want me to make it larger?
no, make it smaller,
Sit, make it smaller?
just a hair. So the top elevation is gonna be facing I-35. The second elevation is gonna be, scroll up, just, let me get all of it, there you go. The second elevation is gonna be facing south. The third elevation,
That's the one.
yeah, that's
35.
backwards.
35.
That's
Yeah, that's
35.
35. East is just facing over to the other building that they own already.
Mhm.
And then the bottom one will be facing Century Way.
So. Logistics, is there a way to rotate that 90 degrees so we don't have a garage door facing? The highway? You don't have to answer that now, I'm just. Asking.
Yes.
Just cause
35 is, there's an intended vision that we have for 35, right?
I could just say that again.
There's an intended vision
Yeah,
for
go ahead.
35, which is not looking in the
Right,
Mhm.
yeah.
I'm facing 35. I can do it.
I'm
So we can readjust however you recommend, or I can remove that door completely. I just need one door in and out for units. to
Sure.
Be able to be brought
Straight
in,
along.
and almost everything gets brought in and out on a forklift anyway, so especially if they're non-running. So I just need one door to get through.
So you don't need two doors?
No, it's easier sometimes if one of the doors is blocked, but we can work around it if needed.
So I think what they're saying is if you rotated it so that the doors are facing north and south, or if like you're saying you don't need both doors, close the door facing west.
35.
Yeah.
Not a problem. We can do that, whichever one you prefer.
The cars the vehicles that you're working on, where will those be? Mostly in the bays. So will there be reason for them to be outside and?
Majority of the time they'll be inside. If we have to move them around a little bit, they'll go outside, but no longer than a couple hours.
So you're
at a
not gonna
time.
have them in pieces out on the?
No. If they're torn down, then they're gonna be inside. If they're,
That's what.
when they get dropped off, while we're checking them in, they'll be outside for a little bit, but, other than that, if they're torn down, they'll be inside. And we move every customer unit inside each night as well on forklift if they're immovable.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. My. Have we closed that public hearing? I guess we have.
Yeah.
With this all kinds of questions. So. My feeling. I'd like to. Approve this ordinance. For 25-037 with the condition that. It be no westwardly facing.
Well, you would want to entertain a motion to approve ordinance number 25037 with the staff recommendations as approved by P and Z and with no bay door on the north lot west face.
And
with
And with the metal,
decorative metal.
decorative metal fencing around the perimeter.
can you live with that, sir? Council,
Pause before we take it.
I know, I'm just, any other questions? That's what I'm asking for.
Yes, but point of order, the questions come after we put it on the floor for a vote.
There's no motion to approve it.
Oh, there wasn't a motion?
No.
Oh,
No,
okay.
I just said
So-
if you entertain a motion.
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha. I stand corrected, Mr. Mayor. No question.
No, so I'm just making sure that we got all the points that we're gonna feel good about. Now, also, I want to make sure, so then next month, the comprehensive
Plan amendment will come.
At the next opportunity, we'll have to look at,
Schedule.
for our public hearings, we'll have to look at notice and so forth. So it'll either be the September meeting or the October.
Okay, is that specifically for this lot?
Yes,
And it can't be broad for the rest of the corridor?
correct.
Okay, I'm just making sure. I don't want to open this can of worms that, then we get
No
other things that, okay, no worms. All right, everybody good? I'll entertain that motion with those amendments that legal read off for 25-037.
Second.
Okay, so that's Franklin and Lightfoot. And Ms. Stevens, do you have what in there, what we need to have?
We got a recorder.
I have the recording.
You cheater. Okay. And you're good with that, sir? All right, I'll entertain that motion for approval.
So move.
Second.
Okay, I already did that. I meant that. I
You
meant
need a
that.
vote.
Franklin and Lightfoot. Okay, now vote, please.
Franklin, I.
Miller, I.
Smith, I.
That passes 4-0.
Someone.
Sorry. Thank you. Thank you all for your time.
Make sure you stop by Chamber of Commerce to introduce yourself.
He's right there.
He's right behind you.
Thank you. All right, he's back in, coming in here. All right. Item 24 is consider approval of appointments, reappointments, resignations, removal of membership on the city of Red Oak boards and commissions, appointment of La Chica King as a regular member for June 24 to June 26. Entertain that motion or that approval. Vote for that person, please.
Planner, aye.
Miller, I.
But do we need a motion for that?
Probably.
Yes.
Okay, entertain the motion for that's Franklin.
Second.
Okay, Lightfoot. Now please vote.
Franklin, I.
Planner, aye.
Miller, I.
Lightfoot,
Smith, I.
All right, that is 5-0. Now, sorry for the confusion, y'all. Ms. Beasley, oh, there you are. Yay, you get to be first.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. A few highlights from this month's report. On July 26th, the city partnered with Chick-fil-A to host the first 5K along Oaks Boulevard and the Oak Park Trail. They plan to make this an annual event, and we're currently working with them to select hopefully a slightly cooler date for 2026. Vendor applications for Fall Festival and Christmas in Red Oak are now open. Staff is actively reviewing and approving those submissions as they come in. And then finally, I want to give you all a heads up that we will be reaching out soon to go ahead and schedule dates for State of the City filming. We are hoping to start this project a little bit earlier this year, and hopefully get all those on-camera portions done before all the holiday craziness. So we're kind of hoping for mid-November this year rather than December. So we will reach out to get those kind of scheduled soon. We did have all council members participate last year, and so we hope we can continue that this year as well. Outside of that, I will take any questions anybody has over this month's report.
Alexa.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Mr. Hartman.
Mayor, council, I just want to point out one item from our report, the Red Oak Gardens subdivision, that's been going on since before I got here. So started in like 2017. But we just had their final walkthrough on their 27 lots last week. So they should be released for full permits to build 27 new houses in the next couple of weeks.
Wow.
Anything else? Please ask.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Hartman.
Mr. McRoberts.
You should get an exemption of this one. 'Cause
We had him going.
we've had his undivided
What else he can
attention.
be doing.
Yeah, we've kind of run through a lot of the current trends in the financials and the budget process. I would say the one big thing kind of focused on right now is sales tax. It's pretty flat. It's a statewide trend, a nationwide trend. We're really fortunate here that our other underlying financials are really strong. Permits are coming in, it's kind of unprecedented, the numbers we're seeing in permits. Property tax is strong, investments are strong, but we're definitely keeping an eye on sales tax. And some of my colleagues I've talked to in other cities they're really struggling with their budgets because they're so reliant on sales tax and sales tax growth. And when you hit a lull, it becomes a real struggle to balance the budget. So we're doing really strong. All of our revenues are incredibly strong. The water and sewer fund, as we get further along in the summer, those revenues look really good. So we're going to make all of our numbers in the water fund, and that should actually look a little bit better than budget. So that's good news. The special revenue funds are right where they should be. So everything's looking really good. For this year, we hope the trends continue. We discussed a little bit about the timing of permits, how we've had a really, really strong year this year, and we've had some recent permits come in. So we hope, that trend continues next year, but if not, it's all kind of hitting now and rolling into fund balance. So we'll just have to navigate those and the timing of when some of these bigger permits hit. It's kind of unpredictable. It's hard to budget. That's why we've been conservative in our budgeting. So everything else looks like we're going to make every revenue other than possibly sales tax, but there's still a couple months to go. So we hope that kind of bounces back in the summer months. There's a lag in reporting. So we'll wait and see. It's just something we're keeping an eye on. So.
Sounds good.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Chief Blanton.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. Wanted to report that just last week we had one of our members return from deployment with Texas Task Force 1. He was down in Kerrville where he assisted with the floods from the July 4th. We really appreciate him going down there. I know that all of that community, that part of the Texas definitely needed all the help that they could get. Very, very tragic loss that those individuals suffered down there. Also wanted to highlight some of the things going on at Fire Station 3 construction site. As you can see here, the retaining wall was completed. They did the backfill on it. They've also got the grade beams done. Currently, they're working on the underground plumbing for the station at this time before the slab. So I know they've got a couple weeks worth of plumbing as well. Also this week, they're working on the sanitary sewer. There's a picture of the drainage for behind before they backfill behind the retaining wall. Some more of the grade beams that were done. So Station 3 is moving along. It's on progress. It's on track. There have been a few rain delays, but no major setbacks.
Not recently.
Or anything at this time, sir.
Not recently.
Yeah, not recently enough for sure. That's all I had. Unless you all have any questions regarding the monthly report or anything regarding Station 3 or anything else.
So I do have something to kind of catch maybe the rest of council up. So how many ESDs do we cover?
We just cover one. We cover ESD 4. Yes, sir.
How's that funding for that?
It's looking really good. I just got those numbers and sent them to Tim, Todd, and Jonathan late last week. I believe it was right at 1.1, I believe is what it was. We're projected to get for this next year.
So is it covering, we think it's covering our,
It's about a 90s, don't quote me on this, like 96,000 more than we were getting last year.
okay.
I'm pulling out the top of my
Sure,
head, so that's
yeah,
not
okay.
good.
That, did they pass any 2 cents thing to help?
They're,
Or is that coming?
as far as sales tax?
Yeah.
No, sir, they haven't done that. I know they're still working on that, but
Okay,
as of right now, no, sir. And they've continued to keep their ESD tax at 10 cents, which is the max by law that they can, for an ESD that they can tax.
because I just saw that like Melissa or someplace up north, said, hey, y'all got to raise your coverage to help us, 'cause otherwise we're going to cut off our coverage for fire protection. And I know we had that problem a while
Years
ago.
ago,
So,
yes, sir.
okay.
Yes, sir.
So it's,
Yeah, I know
it's
they're
it,
working
yeah.
on looking at some of that sales tax revenues and trying to get some of that passed. I know there's some other ESDs around the area that are looking at doing the same, or some I think may have already have, but ESD 4 is looking into that.
Okay. Good. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Oh, I am Ms. Amanda.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. I just have a quick update on recruitment. We added 4 new hires in the month of July, and we currently have 5 positions posted for applicants. At the last budget meeting, you all approved the medical insurance change from Blue Cross Blue Shield to Cigna. And we are opening our annual enrollment period next Monday. So we've been working really quickly to get that turned around, and we'll be hosting some meetings next week on the employee benefits so that we can get everything going by October 1st. So if you have any questions.
Thank you very much. Mr. Benford.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. Just a couple of things. We did move our TLETs, which is how the police get in and check license plates and that kind of thing. It's been set to go through an old HughesNet satellite dish behind the police building. That looks like it's about like AOL that's going away next month. Needs to go. So we moved over to an internet based as the entire state's getting there. So that was a fun project. We're migrating to our new crime server sometime in August. We've got the new one is built. They're putting the database on it. Sam Houston State is, and then we'll move over to that. And we've got our AI policy. We did get a draft of that created. We've gotten some feedback, and we're fleshing through that. And once that policy's done and we put it out, then we'll put out some training for another select group of probably directors, and then do some training, and then probably expand that AI out to those folks.
Good.
And that's all I have, unless you have questions.
None for me. Thank you.
Good. Okay.
Thank you, sir. Ms. Fuller.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. July wrapped up our summer reading program, and we had over 2,700 people visit the library this July. So we had a really great month. But we are actually really excited for August because we have our grand opening for the Makerspace that is coming up on the 22nd. You all should have an invite. I hope to see you there. Some other information is in October, the library hours will be changing on Saturdays. We will go from a 1 to 5 opening to 10 to 2 for some of the younger families in the community. If you guys have any questions, I'm happy to answer anything.
No questions. Thank you. Interim Chief Police Schroeder.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. We currently have one patrol position that's left. We are doing review boards on that position. He's got 2 to 3 laterals, I believe, that he's processing on that position. We have one animal control position that remains, and there's 3 to 4 people that have met the minimum qualifications for that. I believe they're doing review boards on some of those tomorrow. The animal control building continues. The renovation is looking phenomenal, in my opinion. And I'll be happy to answer any questions that you may have on the monthly report.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Mr. Benford.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. Just want to give you all a project update. Davit's Elevated Storage Tank, they will be finishing the concrete pedestal this week. All that's left is to do the dome on the inside, which will be the bottom of the water tank itself. Once they start that, or once they finish that, they start the interior finish out. So essentially they start building the inside of the pedestal from the top down, which is not how I thought it was done. So it's pretty cool. And then our our Pierce Street sewer project is 100% complete. We're just getting the maintenance bond before we send in that last check, and happy to see that flowing very well. Fox Hollow Lift Station, so the improvements of greatly increasing the capacity of the Fox Hollow Lift Station to meet all the additional demands on that system. The crews will mobilize the week of the 18th. And then on the street side, for Hillside, they'll be mobilizing towards the end of the month. Viking's going to do a microsurfacing on Hillside. And then at the end of the month, Precinct 4 will be mobilizing in to work on the streets that they're doing for us, which includes Highland, Leonard, L&B, Water, Pebble Creek, Bow Creek, and Bow Creek Court. So all those will be done, in the next 7 to 8 weeks.
Okay.
But that's all, unless you have any other questions.
So I'm gonna ask a stupid, so the vertical has water in it.
No, sir.
Okay, so
Yeah,
when you
there'll
said the
be-
bottom part, so they do the bowl, but
Mhm.
then what are they doing from the top down?
So like there's a staircase that goes all the way up to the
Oh.
top. All the piping, so there'll be a 30-inch pipe that goes from the bottom all the way up to the top, and that'll be what carries water up and down for us. As well as sample lines. And then we are setting this tower up for success, so it'll have brackets every 12 to 20 feet. So if we want to put in telecommunication systems or anything in that tower, we can do it in the future, as well as building out for the training facility for the fire department on their way down.
Real?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. It's pretty cool stuff. I'm excited. And it'll even have a second floor that we'll be using for repair parts storage for our water and wastewater system.
Does that air conditioning in there?
There will be a small air conditioned room at the bottom for the networking equipment. But other than that, it actually stays pretty cool in there with the amount of water, and the concrete walls are 18 inches thick. So it takes quite a while for that heat to transfer through.
Cool.
Yep.
All right, cool. Thank you.
Thank you.
They're heavily engineered, aren't they?
Yeah. I'm sorry. Mr. Phillips.
Mayor and council, just a few parks and recreation updates. As you may or may not be aware, the splash pad at Hargrove Park is open. So that's open for extended hours and will be open extended through the season with the renovations that were completed there. Wrapping up the restroom project also at Hargrove at the soccer complex. It's on schedule, should be opened in time for fall soccer over there. So that'll be a huge improvement. They've got some electrical and some plumbing finish out to complete there. And then youth sports are gearing up for their fall seasons.
Does that mean we came to an agreement with soccer?
Yes, sir.
So they're coming back?
Yes, sir.
Excellent. Very wise. Okay, thank you. Did I miss somebody else? All right, so we will go into executive session.
Well, I don't think we actually have anything. We had it on there in case you had questions on 5, 6, 7, or 8, which you didn't, so.
Okay. Then I will entertain a motion to adjourn at, what does that say?
8:39.
39?
So moved.
That is Smith and Franklin. Those in favor?
Franklin, aye.
Later,
Miller, I.
Smith, aye.
Let's go home.